September 2nd, 2022, Marcus Giavanni. Well, this is the 2023 Denver mayoral candidate list. And I had a video on July 3rd. They changed it sooner than that. And when I explained to you why things matter the way they do, why 12 years matter, it's because Wikipedia pulls himself off as a non-political, nonpartisan organization, but they're very biased. And before we couldn't do any of this stuff, and now we can. But when you look at the listing on the right here, I'm the first candidate, Jesse, Terrence, Ken, and Ian. We went out, we did what we had to do, and we got on the list. And this is the correct list, not the alphabetical list. See, the alphabetical list, that's when democracy sluts come in and they spew their vaginal juice over everybody and their cheese whiz on everybody. Just look at their pictures. It's all about them. That's how you tell trolls. All they do is got pictures of themselves. You can't tell whatever they did. It just has the cheese, like their cheese whiz faces. And that smell that they have. God, I can smell it. Everybody does. Even artificial intelligence smells it. And what we're doing now is to put Wikipedia on notice that when I'm mayor, we're going to block you from doing anything in the city and county of Denver. Block you, Ballotpedia, there's other organizations. Because, see, I can beat your IT people. I don't need to hire anybody. I know hardware, software, programs. I'm fluent in probably 50 different applications. And yet I don't even have a high school diploma. And I'm still kicking all your dumbasses. And I talk like this because this is democracy, folks. Because if this was back in the day, guarantee we wouldn't be here. Americans were a lot tougher then. We've had 60 years to brainwash our children into becoming irresponsible. The ones that are easily trainable to become sheeple. And when you look at Ballotpedia here, they put the girls' names on the top. And they took us boys off. See, that's how bad they're trying to manipulate to elect a woman. Ain't gonna work. Because you can't win by cheating. It's not doing the right thing. And see, these fucking people are so fucking stupid. They are so fucking stupid that they're willing to jeopardize their whole integrity and credibility and the wisdom to have known better. To manipulate our elections, and they're in another country, folks. They're not even governed by our laws, and yet they're telling all us what to do. Changing shit, making everybody think these are here's the two candidates. Anna Burrell, the one that's going to do mayor stuff, sustainability. When we get in a debate, I'll tell her three things in sustainability. Did you get that? I said something. Slow that down. Anyways, I'll slow it down. I'll give her three questions that'll sum her up in seconds in front of everybody in a debate. It'll close her down. Not only that, but I'll program all the cell phones in the room. And if it's broadcast, all the cell phones that are in that room on code that I have written over the years to infiltrate all their cell phones. Just like when people say, hey, I was just talking about a movie and it showed up and I could got these tickets. That's what I do, folks. So when Anna and all her fucking bullshit PR people and Kelly Brough and all her bullshit PR people try to line up, let's go after them. You know what? My life was ruined a long time ago. For me, I don't give a fuck. I raised my kids. They don't need me. They all got government jobs. How about that? Federal government. How about that? They didn't even go to college because Denver public schools are bullshit. Even though I'm union and I love my teachers, but their hands are tied by the administrators that have no business administering our children. What they're doing is they're brainwashing them. Just like what everybody's saying. I'm independent. Republicans hate me. Democrats hate me as far as leadership. but my friends are Republicans. My friends are unity. We can all go and smoke a bowl together. And the ones that don't smoke weed, they go over there. And then when we get done, we walk over there just like people that smoke cigarettes. And then we drink a little bit of gin and juice. We hit that Ciroc maybe some Hennessy. Turn on some local music. Maybe go see some live shows. But even those shows are tainted because it's always the same fucking people playing the same fucking shit, playing on the same Colorado Public Radio, and nobody else gets a fucking try. I'm here to tell all those people, y'all been indexed. I did not need to be mayor. And being indexed, what that means is now you've been identified, categorized, lipsticked, and barreled, mother. You hearing me? And see, it's not hate. It's just wanting you out of our way of life. Take your bullshit and your fakeness and shove it up here. So you know what I mean? In the digital sense. So when you got Wikipedia coming in and putting the girls ahead, and then what happens is because they're number one. So when people see that, they go, oh, Anna Burrell? Yeah, she was number, 7? Or number 8 candidate? Or maybe 6? I don't know, look it up. See, it's so confusing right now. I know she wasn't in the top 5. Right? And now here's the new top something. Ian's always going to be at the bottom. There's nothing he can do. They all got in late. And look what they did to Giovanni, the perennial, the guy that sued 2011, Stephanie O'Malley to fight for our rights to our petition. 2015 came in second. If we had a Denver mayoral debate, I would have crushed Hancock and I would have been mayor, but I would not have been able to complete what I got already now. And I knew that wasn't going to happen because the conversation told me. Legal women voters, those skanky bitches. Oh, did I just say that? Anybody that fucks with the democracy of the city and county of Denver are bitches. Period. They've already been indexed in our video game. That's what they are. Actually, they're called democracy sluts. Guys, girls, entities, they're all sluts. And a slut will do anything. Anything. Have sex, do drugs, do anything. Because that's why they're sluts. They do anything. They don't even have the ideal to make money, but these are sluts that make money, but in a different way. And their time's over. And I indexed them over 10 years ago because when you think how small the world is, Denver's even fucking smaller. And when you think about its digital footprint, it's almost non-existing. So when you drive down I-25 and you look at them huge 1,000 resident complexes, which we need, by the way. See, I'm not against those, but I just got to tell you, because what happens is all those 1,000 people living there, maybe 2 people in an apartment. Now there's 2,000 people in an area where there was only, that takes up a block. So you got 2 rows of 12 homes on each block in one whole block. So there's 2 rows of homes. So 24 homes times 2 people, or times 2 cars. And now they have 1,000 to possibly 2,000 cars there. How is that shrinking our, you get it? Our emissions? Being a green energy city? It don't. That's what I mean. People got to stop listening and start looking and observing and indexing. Because once this is gone, folks, it's going to be gone forever. And on January 1, you're going to see some major stuff happening in through 2023. And in 2022, the elections, same thing. Democrats win. And they're winning on the ideologies that they win. It just because we haven't hit rock bottom enough. It's still not enough for Democrats to. They still lose. They don't care. They hate America. We should just put them all on a boat and let them go live in China, because that's where we're headed. But instead of China's coming here, they're already here. The social credit system, all that stuff. While Americans have been bickering and fighting and manipulating our elections since 2015 and everybody on each other's throat, our adversaries, our allies, they're all watching us implode. And they're all preparing for the downfall of the United States, and then who's going to come in and control it? The Obamas? Going to be ISIS? Are they, and when you know how to read code and read things, are the ghost guns and equipment being shipped from Afghanistan to the United States for the holy war? I'm telling you, folks, I know things that we just got to bless our troops, and they just got to do the right thing. All the military, all the veterans, even those that all took the oath. Your time's coming. And the war that's coming, folks, is one that you will never imagine. We think that the Russian thing happened. That's just a taste. And what happens is the bad guys always give everybody the world a taste of what's coming, so that you can accept it, normalize it, and go on with your mundane lives. But when you get the most axis of evils pulling together, and they all got nuclear weapons, it's going to be. This is where humans have led us, to the brink of the sixth extinction. And so everybody that's got the pictures of their kids and giving their kids and walking their strollers and down Denver on fucked up streets have been promised to be fixed since 2011, and all these other things are supposed to be fixed, and they do everything cheap, and they come in and lay down bicycle lanes, and then they come back and strip it off because something happened, and there's just all kinds of things going on. But it all starts here, folks. The democracy and how they do business in the city and county of Denver, and the manipulation that they do, and they're all caught. And the best thing they can do, because what's going to happen is everything's law enforcement, all of it, it's coming. It's a social gulag, and I already prepared for it. I already have my escape plan. Everybody has one if you're smart. And it's not an escape plan of a mortal world. It's the escape plan in the digital world. Because you just walk away from it by shutting everything down, and you don't got to worry about it ever again. Won't follow you, won't come after you, because you're gone. And that's the beautiful thing of being erased. Either you're erased by somebody and canceled by somebody else, or you do it yourself. That's called social suicide. But then when you do this, oh my goodness, see, there's IT people, there's people in Facebook, there's people that all the ones that are on the inside, they have no clue that there's people on the outside indexing every one of those people, so that we can get to the truth. And once they get indexed, all their content, emails, text messages, and it's all verified by what? A voice latent print. Ask your law enforcement officers what that means. I'm going to bring such technology to the Denver police and the Denver sheriffs that they're going to say, wow, if we would have had this 10 years ago, yeah, but it took me 12 years to build it.